Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the RemedyCraft server. In between episodes, I decided to go on a little bit of a hunt for some wither skeleton skulls, as in the last episode, I promised that I'd be fighting the wither. And that's exactly what we're going to start off with today. It was actually quite a grind to find these 3 skulls. It probably took me the best part of about 2 hours to find another fortress and actually kill enough wither skeletons to get their heads, because it does really seem like the drops for their heads are really rare. So it took a while, but I got there eventually. So there's actually several different ways of fighting the wither. For me, I think the best ways are either going to the end and using the portal there to summon him so that he's suffocating and you don't take any damage or anything like that. It's probably your safest one, but also arguably the most boring. But the other technique is the one that I'm doing today, which is far more exciting. You dig a long tunnel like this and you have a little room at the end, and here we are. You put the skulls down along with the soul sand. Ugh. This is exciting. I'm very nervous, but again, excited. So I've set my spawn way down there so that if I do die, I can then get back to it in enough time, but he's also not at risk of breaking my bed. That being said, without further ado, let's get on this. I've also got some potions of strength and also healing, so we'll see how this goes. God, I remember doing this for the first time. I think actually the very first time I did this was on Bedrock, and he just absolutely owned me. We got to the point now. Oh, it's really nerve-wracking because the wither is so strong. But we're doing well, and there we go. Oof. Well, that didn't take quite as long as I thought, and luckily I managed to get this done pretty quick and with minimal damage. God, the wither is just so strong. But we got there, and most importantly, we got the nether star. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, the nether star is the key ingredient to making a beacon. Now, beacons give you buffs, so for instance, if you wanted to mine something a lot faster, for instance, not so much cobble deep slate, that doesn't seem to want to have insta mine, but certainly things like stone, andesite, granite, and any others like that, then you can insta-mine them and you can clear out massive areas in no time at all. And that's exactly what I want to do with my quarry. Oh, I also got an armored wither's head. That's really cool. Definitely going to display that somewhere. Anyway, let's get back up to the surface and we'll make this beacon. So if I remember rightly, I think the recipe for a beacon is obsidian, glass, and the nether star. That seems about right to me. And we're going to get the achievement as well. Oh, I thought there was an achievement for this. Maybe when you actually put it on top of... No, well, we'll see how that goes. Right, well, I've got my iron, so let's go put this in the quarry. Okay, so in this entire area, these are the center 4 blocks. And what I'm planning on doing is having 4 beacons going straight up to the sky and kind of being a centerpiece for my mega base. So I think at this point, it's a good idea to maybe give you a little bit more insight as to what my actual mega base is going to be. Well, the thing is, as this entire area is going to be a quarry, it makes little sense for me to have my base down here. So my base is going to be way up there. So I'm going to be doing a floating island. Yes, it doesn't exactly seem to be an original idea. There's a lot of people that have done that kind of stuff, and that's fine. I think actually someone else on this server is doing a floating island as well. But I'm going to be putting a very different twist on it. I've done a basic mock-up in a test world just to kind of get an idea for the scale and the size and the amount of blocks I'm going to need for this kind of thing. And it's safe to say that this is going to be absolutely massive. By far the biggest thing that I've done to date, but I'm really looking forward to it. So without further ado, let's jump into a little time lapse. We're going to do a little bit in the quarry here, and then we're also going to make a start on the structure and the general shape of the floating island. Okay, so as you can see from this wider angle here, what I've done is built right into the center, and these are the center 4 blocks that I'm standing on. That includes where the beacon is coming from. And then from here, we're going to build up to Y level 192 in order to get to the bottom of where the floating island is going to be. My apologies there, guys. I actually forgot to hit record for that section, but just to show you where I'm up to so far. Essentially, I've built up from Y level 63, which is the level of water, all the way up to Y level 192, and then I've gone out 4 chunks either side to create this big sort of star shape. So this is essentially where the bottom of the island is going to start, and it's going to kind of go upwards like that in a jagged form, and then it's going to be capped off with dirt, and that's going to be the top and the foundation, if you like, for the rest of the mega build. So this actual star shape that I've done, this is just a rough guide that's going to be erased afterwards. It's just so I can get the measurements and the proportions, all that kind of stuff correct for when I actually start building. Yeah, sorry about that. That was quite a lengthy time lapse, and unfortunately, I've kind of had to do it that way just because I've not really had the opportunity to do the voiceovers that I would normally do. Partly from being ill, but I've also had a few other things going on. But since that last time lapse, I have been doing some more work, which I'll show you now. So as you can see, this entire area has been filled in with the stone and then also the grass blocks. And then I've started marking out where certain things are going to be going. And then up here, as you can see, we've got this big platform where the main building's going to be. Now, I want to give you guys a bit of a reference as to how big this thing is. So if I fly up here, some of it isn't even getting loaded in. This has been days upon days of work, and I would like to say that I got a lot of it done in one session and one sitting, but I really didn't. I've had to come back several times and just chip away at it here and there. That's why some of the time lapses were a little bit staggered. But overall, I'm super happy with the progress so far. Now, of course, my next job is to get the rest of this platform filled in, and then from there, I can start mapping out the layout. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I wanted to use a lot of the blocks from my quarry. Now, obviously, I've had to source these grass blocks from somewhere else, but everything else that you can see, the stone, and then you can see some of those other blocks there, like the granite and stuff, they've all come from my quarry. So I'll just give you an idea as to what that looks like now. So obviously before we're around about here somewhere, you know, you can see the bottom of the stairs where it was originally, and we've gone down quite a few blocks there. And in fact, I think if I look at the F3 screen, we're down at Y level 10 now. Now, I've sort of said this before, that if we're on the RemedyCraft server or something like that, it wouldn't be really that impressive. But because I've only been playing Minecraft for less than 2 years, I'm actually very proud of how this has gone so far. Now, as you can imagine, all of my effort's been going into this for the past week, so I've not really been able to get anything else done. That being said, I do have a list of things that I want to get done, so we're going to make a start on those in the next episode. But that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.